And of course, it was unusual for a guy to be wearing pearls, and so that's invoked the conversation: why was I wearing these pearls? And I started to get into a conversation about my Aunt Lula and the history behind the pearl necklace. And from that conversation grew an idea that turned into a collaboration between three Buddhist men: Hosea Johnson, the photographer, Mark Allen Davis, our editor, and myself, Blane Charles. And we decided to really take the meaning of the pearls to another level. And I'm wearing them today because it's just amazing what these pearls have done as far as inspiring people, helping people to reflect in their lives, go back in history and time and talk about these women who were the Aunt Lulas in their lives. So we interviewed about 28, 30 wonderful African-American men, and all different shades, heights, sizes, you know, and they all were so inspired and moved by this necklace to talk about their babysitter, their teacher, their aunt, or, you know, different people in their lives that empowered them to live their dreams. And they're all amazing, talented people, as you can see in the photographs, living their dreams. And one of the process that we decided to use to go about being successful with this venture, I, of course, was responsible for the narrative and pulling out from these beautiful, talented models who this person was in their life and why they're celebrating this person. And Hosea was, of course, in charge of this beautiful photography, which every picture is just so powerful. You see the connection between the person, and the pearl necklace is not just a pearl necklace, but the pearl necklace becomes the person that they're celebrating.
Do you remember who this guy's person was?
Oh, this is Seymour, and Seymour's friend was actually this woman. She is a beautiful, talented woman who is a college professor, and she inspired him because she really took him in when he had no one to really guide him. Mm-hmm. And the thing that's really interesting about the whole project is that we decided to use
there's like a double here, Gloria.
Yes, yes,
yes. Two pictures.
This is John, yeah. Mm-hmm. The process that we used to interview or to interview and photograph each model was based, was based on our Buddhist background. We all, Mark, Hosea, and I belong to an organization called the Soka Gakkai International. And within this organization, the basic principle is that if you chant this word, Nam Myoho Renge Kyo, you evoke your power within to bring out wisdom and strength and courage in your life. And so we would do this chanting with each of the models before photographing and interviewing them. And it was amazing how they would either they would come in really nervous, or they'd come in really tense, or maybe with a little attitude. But after this wonderful, relaxing process of chanting and the reading of the Lotus Sutra, they would totally just remember so clearly the person that they're celebrating. Mm-hmm. The thoughts would flow. The photographing, you know, they would just be model-esque and easy to photograph. Mm-hmm. It was just amazing. It was an amazing process. Some of them are already professionals, like some of them are dancers, some of them are actors. Mm-hmm. As you can see, Neil Tolton is a dancer, which really you see in his photography. Mm-hmm. It's so very animated. Mm-hmm. Actually, he...
who was his person?
Actually, that was his aunt. Uh-huh. And he actually is doing the lead for Hairspray in Philadelphia. So, you know, it's amazing how lots of wonderful things happen too after doing this.
In their life.
Yeah.
It's great. There's such beautiful pictures. Oh wait, this is. Oh, this is, we could just read this. You want to read this quote?
Yeah, this quote. This is one of the quotes that we used from Daisaku Ikeda's wife, Kaneko Ikeda, who she is the wife of the present president of the Soka Gakkai International. And the quote is, "Remember, you don't have to win, just be sure you don't lose. No matter what the situation, live life without ever being defeated."
Great. It is a great quote.
And that pretty much sums up the thread that connects all of the models to all of the people that they celebrate, the women that they celebrate, because that's one thing that they all said was that they really had, were able to have that power within not to be defeated or not to have anyone put them down, but to always have that sense of pride in who they were as an individual, whether it was an issue with sexuality, an issue with color, an issue with just being different, you know.
Mm-hmm. Right, because life isn't always easy for people.
That's right.
When they have somebody in their corner.
Michael Thomas, also a beautiful dancer.
Talk about shadows and dark and light. This is a fabulous composition by Hosea.
And he danced for Alvin Ailey for many years. Yeah, this is a really, really great shot. And again, he celebrated his aunt, and she was really his, like a soldier, you know. She protected him. I remember once he said that they went shopping for toys, and he picked out the soldier, the black female, not soldier, the black female character from Star Trek. I forgot her name though, just at the top of my head. But he came home with this doll, and his father had a fit and was going to like throw the doll out and spank him, and his aunt protected him and said, no, 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 he could have this doll. It's okay, you know. So it's really interesting how, you know. Each story is so different.
Yeah, I love like how the pearls like are so different in each person's environment or hands. They speak in a different way. They're very. They have a language all their own.
Oh,
really.
They take on a life of their own.
Because the way he's holding it and the way the other. It's fascinating. You know, what was his story? Was it a mom,
he's also a dancer, and he I'm trying to remember his. He was celebrating his aunt also. I'm pretty
a lot of aunties in this book. I'm going to jump ahead a little bit, see what we got going on. That's sweet. Oh, this is tough and rough.
Oh, this is Malcolm Harris. Yes, he's a designer also. He does fashion, really amazing clothing. And Mal Sarah is the name of his clothing company. And it's interesting too because he was saying how, you know, when things weren't right at home, he could go to his aunt's home and it was like an oasis, you know, and she accepted and believed in him, and there was no judgment at all. And even when he went to college, you know, he stayed with her for a while, and it was perfect because it was a time in his aunt's life when she had lost a child. And so when, you know, he came in, he was able to help her heal. So they were both able to help each other, which is very interesting too. Yeah.
Well, I'm not showing any more pictures because they need to go out and buy this book. Yes, yes, you got to buy this book. It's a wonderful book.
Yes.
We just have a couple minutes, Blane. So what do you hope to give the reader? What is your mission with this? What's next? And since you've been a great pursuer of dreams, when people are going after something, what would you suggest? You know, if they're up against a little challenge or whatever.
Well, you know. I can definitely testify to everything that I've decided to do in my life has come with its own load of challenges and obstacles. And unless you're passionate about what it is that you're doing, you will not have the persistence, the determination, or the drive to see those things through. Hosea and I and Mark really felt strongly about when we reflected in our own lives how the woman in our lives empowered us to get through those challenges. And so we wanted to put together a product or something that we could inspire, especially young people in our society today, to be able to have a purpose, first of all, value their lives, second of all, and go out and make a difference in the world. So, you know, this is a culmination of all of our efforts together.
Yeah, it's great. It's really wonderful. So, Blane, I thank you so much. We just have a couple seconds left, about maybe 30 seconds. But is there anything else you wanted to get out there or inspire people with?
Well, I'll do a little plug for our next project.
Okay.
Our next project is going to be celebrating in the lesbian, gay, bisexual, and transgender community those who have been in relationships for 15 years or longer.
Oh,
and I think that that's also something that we need to promote for the youth in our community
the longevity
too.
And
the benefits of you know, monogamy and really creating a family together. So, you know, that's something that we're working on for our next project.
All right, great. Thank you so much for being here. Thank you for being here. Till next time, be well. Go after your dream. Nothing's impossible.